Hello, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Booth. I'm Dan the Law Arena, and we have Lovett Ever After with us tonight.
Hello,
What's up?
hello.
I like your microphone. Thank
I
you.
know it changes colors.
Nice. I like it.
Hmm
I like it. Um, I wish I had
Professional.
something cool like that. I still do have my the microphone I made. That thing from the Star Wars, the eyeball thing. I
That's
got it.
cool.
I'm not using it yet because I want to fix it up. I got one of those arms that I'll just
Oh, adjustable arms. Yeah.
yeah, one of these kind of arms.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna change that out,
Oh,
and then
so you know what that reminds me of every time I see these
yeah, what's that?
is Brave Little Toaster.
Oh,
Yeah, the lamp.
the lamp from Brave Little Toaster. Nice. That's an
Yeah.
old cartoon.
I know. Yeah.
So hello everybody, and
Mm-hmm.
welcome. That's out there on the comments section, the chat
Mm-hmm.
section. How's everybody doing tonight? If you're there, say hello. If you don't want to say hello, that's fine too. Yeah, I was busy today, so I didn't really get to advertise too much, so I apologize in advance. So if you are watching, um, don't forget to share because if you share right now, we get a few more people watching. Get them to share. That'd be fun. But other than that, it's okay.
Yeah. Catch us on the replay.
That's right. Catch us on the
Mm-mm.
replay. Or what I like to call it the rewind.
Rewind, yeah.
That's right.
Be
Rewind
kind
it.
and rewind.
That's right. You gotta
Yeah.
gotta throw in those nostalgia terms because,
Mm-hmm.
or else they'll go away and you'll never hear them again. So
No.
that's fun. So tonight we are. I didn't get to load the pictures, but we are reviewing a couple of fan films.
Mm-hmm. Two.
Yeah, that's true. A couple.
That would be a couple. That's right. Dang, not a
um,
few.
yeah. So I will pull it up right now. We got. I think I don't know which one we want to do first, but we'll do
Oh, I
a
know we
couple
didn't
of them.
discuss that.
No, we didn't. Let's do
Let's.
Weapon X first.
Okay.
Uh, so we got this one that we're going to review, and for those of you who don't know, Logan the Wolf,
Yes.
which apparently is on high demand right now. A lot of people are
Oh, yeah.
watching it and reacting to it and stuff. So you
Yeah,
guys get
I
to
saw it on
hear,
the Twitterverse or the Xverse, whatever you want to call it. Everybody was
yeah.
giving it good receptions, so
So
had to give
everybody
it a
gets to.
try.
That's right. Everyone will get to hear what we think about the fan film. Um,
Yeah.
oh, my mom's here. Hi, mom. Um, so if you don't know, everybody, I my brother and I did a special show last night. It was a live show.
Mhm.
Obviously, it's not here on YouTube anymore because we decided to take it down because we're going to edit it and make it more of a like short videos, short reviews.
Yeah, I
And
like that.
yeah, thank you. It's just an
Mhm.
idea. It was just an idea, you know. Um, and then and then what are we going to do? Oh yeah, and then we're going to the only people who can watch it as we filmed it, as it's filmed glory, I guess you could call it,
Mhm.
are just the Patreon members and members here at on YouTube. So if you want to see stuff like that and want to see more of it, go ahead and become a Patreon member,
Mhm.
everybody,
Yep,
and
sign up.
help support the channel. We also got super chats, so go ahead and somebody can give us a super chat. um, so yeah. let's get into it. What do we have? What are we doing? Oh, I said Weapon X. You want to do that one first?
Yes, yeah, I want to do Weapon X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weapon X, everybody. This is a fan film that was made about 8 months ago, as far as I remember seeing. And it takes place in a bar, kind of like where Lovett's sitting today.
Mm-hmm.
She had a few
Inspiration
drinks.
for tonight.
She had a few drinks. She's at the bar.
Yeah.
You know, I have my water.
My soda pop.
Ooh. So then I guess we can just get into it. The plot,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll review it as a regular movie, but obviously not everything's going to like connect properly because
Yeah.
really, I did not think there was really much of a plot in this.
It was
like
very simple.
Yeah, some guy came in to recruit Mr. Wolverine, and
Yeah.
he said no, and the bad guys came to beat him up, and then he killed them all. And then the guy that was recruiting him said, "Well, let's go. Let's get out of here before the cops get here."
And then it just open-ended. You don't really know what he did.
Yep. And so they left. And that was it.
Yeah, that was very simple.
It was simple. So
I like how they were titled the Rednecks. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. That was good.
They should have just put people from Florida on there. That would have been better.
Right. Some Floridians. Some Floridians should have been in this.
Yeah.
So I don't give the plot a point just because, I understand it was only 12 minutes, and I understand there wasn't really much to go on. And I know some people, when they make fan films, they just do it for fun.
Yeah.
And so I guess for this, as we go through the categories, now these categories are not going to be like, if it gets 0 on everything, don't watch it. The categories are just going to be here just to keep us
in line
on target. Yeah.
So we can land the plane. That's what it means.
That's right. That's right. But it was a decent film.
Yeah.
For what it was.
I like the black and white noir of it. That was my favorite part of it.
Yes, that was kind of cool.
Logan's attitude, but
yeah, there
I
some.
Didn't think he would kill that much.
Right. So, yeah, I guess obviously spoilers ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's what we do here at Inside
We
the Booth.
spoil everything.
We spoil everything. Even if it's a brand new movie and it came out just one day ago.
Yeah.
We'll just spoil the heck out of it. Right? But yeah, the plot, I give it no point. You're right, I did like the black and white. That's cinematography, though.
Yeah.
It was good. So what would you give the plot?
I'd give it no point either, because there's a way you can drive a plot through in just a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
some people think you're gonna get it, but it's not like that simple.
Right. I mean, if it was a 20-minute film, maybe you'd get a better plot out of it. But
I just felt it was like, come with me, I have your classified docs here. Let's go.
Right. Exactly. And we've seen that already. That was actually in the Wolverine Origins movie. So
yeah, it's been played out before. So
yeah,
I mean, it was somebody's idea, and that's really nice, and we appreciate it. There's some good things about this movie, but just
that's true. So we'll get into acting.
Yeah, acting.
The acting of this movie, definitely, like you said, rednecky. Wolverine himself, he swore a lot, so
not the image I would think of.
Yeah. And unfortunately, he used the F-bomb. And I get it. The movie Logan, he had the F word a couple of times. But
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just don't like the F bomb too much. And I know
Mhm.
this has nothing to do with acting, but just I don't know. Um, Definitely not kid friendly. You know, when you
No.
have an F bomb in there and you're swearing up a storm,
Yeah.
and there's lots of violence. Even though as a
Mhm.
kid I liked violence, I don't know why, but I did.
Yeah. I would say both of these are not kid friendly, and I would not have the
Right.
kids around for that.
Right. This is
They
true.
did a pretty good job acting, with the lines that they had.
Hmm.
There was some funny moments, like when they thought they killed him, and they're like freaking
Oh yeah.
out, like, "Oh my
Yeah, yeah,
god."
yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's true. I remember that now. Um, yeah, so that's true. I guess with that, I'll give it a half a point for me.
Yeah, I'll get a half point too.
A half point for you too. All right. Moving on down.
Mhm.
Let's talk about the cinematography.
Yes, my favorite part. I'll actually give this a point before we even talk about it.
All right, go ahead, and you can actually start talking about it then.
Yeah, so it's very gritty. I like the black and white part of it. It's on point with his personality. And I
Hmm.
like that this part of this movie or this short film is true to Wolverine because he's known to be in bars a lot.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah.
lot of the movies, you see him in it. Um, I like how they laid out the bar and how they're having the conversation, the agent and him. You
Hmm.
know, um, just how they dressed. It was really good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's nice. So yeah, costumes were good.
Mhm.
Um, not the typical costume you would think of, like the leather jacket and stuff, but
Yeah.
it was decent. Um,
Yeah.
it was definitely modern day too, so it's not like they had to go get some costumes sewn up for I don't know, like the colonial times or something.
Yeah. Um, so it was shot on the Gold Coast, for about $600. So yeah, they just
Oh,
threw
okay.
some money together and made this film. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that is cool.
They
And I
just had a wife
wonder.
beater.
Yeah, right. That's it. That's it. And I wonder how, like when people do come up with money to put together to make films. Now,
Mhm.
I guess I know this movie hasn't come out yet ever. A movie
Mhm.
that I made with my brother. I guess we had to spend money to make costumes and stuff, but at the same time, it didn't feel like we spent money.
Mhm.
It's just one of those things where, yeah, we did it, but because we liked doing it. We
Yeah,
didn't
it was
really.
the passion of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like having a hobby, people who are into crafting or thrifting, that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
The money is not relevant to them, to the joy of doing it.
Right.
Mhm.
And I guess sometimes it doesn't feel like you're spending money because, you know, I don't know
Mhm.
why it didn't feel like we spent money because there were costumes that we bought and I made sewed that I wouldn't
Mhm.
have done if we didn't make the movie. So,
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't, it's weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, the costumes were decent. Um, like I did like the black and white usage.
Mhm.
Kind of wish they used a different bar because like your bar scene behind you looks way better.
Yeah, it
Just saying.
does.
But and it's like I think they went a little fast. So
Yeah, they did. They rushed
with
it,
how they with even like because if you have a place, you kind of want to see what the place looks like. You kind of want to
Mhm.
put the place. I don't know. They didn't really have too much B-roll, which is like shots of like the bar or shots of
Yeah.
different things around them.
Yeah,
Um,
where you could set up, like, it doesn't seem like there's many people in here already. It's just like them, and then all of a sudden, boom, the
yeah,
rednecks appear.
yeah, exactly. So I'll give it a half a point just for that. Um,
Yeah.
Not a full-on point, but they did do a
Mhm.
decent job for obviously $600. So I'm guessing six
Mhm.
hundred bucks went to like the claws, the
Yeah.
costumes, and maybe some. some money to the bar so that they can
Yeah.
rent it out.
I like
So.
how clean and crisp it looks,
Hmm.
even for it being, gritty in a way. They did really good with I don't know what camera they used, but it's nice.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Next would be the score of the film. The music, I don't think they had music, to be
They
honest.
had
I don't
3
remember.
songs,
Did they?
and I don't
I
even
don't even
remember hearing
remember.
them.
Yeah, I don't. Well, apparently you remember because you said there was some songs in there. So you remember a little bit more than me. I don't
Uh,
remember any music.
I'm just
So
reading the
music.
about part.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So the music for me would be
0.
a no point. Same with
Yeah.
you. Okay.
It didn't strike me.
Yeah. It didn't like play as like an epic scene or anything,
Mhm.
or even like they didn't even have like bar music. You know,
Yeah.
you would think there would be like bar music, some breaking a glass, and
Yeah, chinging,
yeah,
clanging,
yeah,
talking. Yeah.
shooting, screaming,
Yeah.
slashing.
Pool table, that kind of
I mean,
stuff.
there was some slashing and stuff, but it just wasn't like
Mm.
like I don't know, just it was different.
Yeah. Yeah, there's stock music and stuff you can use too at
Yeah,
low cost.
yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
All right, next one is the allegory, and I don't think there's an allegory in this at all.
Don't make Logan mad by asking him things.
Right? Yeah. Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
Dumbest policy ever.
I know.
Thanks,
So dumb.
Democrats. um,
They've made some dumb choices in the last decade or so.
oh yeah. So I give allegory no point. Would you give it 0 points? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
0 points.
so altogether we have. Okay, altogether we have 2.5 points out of 10 with this wonderful fan film. But like I
Yeah.
said, our scoring or our categories and how we are scoring this
Mhm.
kind of doesn't fit with the the fan film itself. It doesn't
Yeah. So I enjoyed
because
it. I liked
right,
it. Yeah.
it was a good Wolverine style movie
Mhm.
or fan film short. I would just call
Yeah.
it a short.
Yeah, it's worth 12 minutes of
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the only problem I had with it was looking at Wolverine and his beard and his hair on
Mhm.
his head. So he didn't have
Yeah.
the normal like little
No. Yeah,
points
they
at
didn't
the
even
top.
work on they didn't work on
Um,
making his hair and his everything.
yeah, and his beard was a full beard. At least he should have shaved
Mhm.
his mustache in the middle section
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
That would have been more like, okay, this is Wolverine. Um,
Yeah.
and I understand the Logan movie. Hugh Jackman grew a beard
Mhm.
for that movie, and it wasn't the normal, Wolverine mutton chops.
Yeah.
But but still, you got to do the Wolverine mutton chops. It's just that's who Wolverine is.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it's iconic to him.
yeah, so that's the only issue I had. Um,
Mhm.
it was decent. Other than that, I mean, if you like creativity and just watching somebody make something, you know,
Yeah.
it's always fun. It's always fun to see stuff like that. Kind of like, you know what? Maybe I'll start posting some of my old films I made just because
Yeah.
they're
That'd
fun.
be fun.
Yeah,
Just go for it. Do
just
it.
go for it. Yeah, because
Mhm.
I didn't really do fan films though,
Yeah.
which I did one kind of like a fan film. It was
Mhm.
who is it with the eye patch? Nick Fury, and I was like, I was the I was the white Nick Fury, and
Yeah.
you know, And I was a little chubby back then, but I wasn't as fat
Mm-hmm.
as I am now. And people called me Fat Fury or
Oh
uh,
my goodness.
Fat Furby Fury, stuff like that. And at the time, I didn't know how to respond to that because I didn't know anything about YouTube.
Yeah.
But I should have leaned into it and
You
started
should
making
have.
little Fat Furby Fury videos,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Become an identity,
Yeah. Who are you? I'm Fat Fury.
Yeah,
Fat
exactly.
Furby Fury. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, anyways, that would have been fun.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't lean into it because I didn't know much about YouTube back then. It
Yeah.
was, it was 2007, I think it was. YouTube was
Yeah.
just kind of new.
We
It's
never
been
knew or
it,
expected self-humiliation would be a thing.
right, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
right, exactly.
so
Well, I always did pick on myself though, so and people
yeah.
picked on me as I grew up, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, yeah. So I should have
Be
just
our
kind
own
of.
worst enemy.
Yeah, it's true, and I should have
Mm-hmm.
leaned into it and made it a thing. It would have been like I would have millions of views right about now. I'd be making good money on YouTube, but we don't know much about things when they're new. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it. So since we are 20 minutes in, which is
Yes.
usually the half point, um, we will do a commercial break. Let's take a break, guys. What do you do
Mm-hmm.
here at Inside the Booth? Well, I'll tell you.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, everybody.
Beautiful.
Uh, if you like what we do here, guys, and you like the things that we do all the time, and you want to
Mm-hmm.
support us, and you don't know how to support us, the first thing, obviously, is to subscribe to the channel,
Mm-hmm.
vanquish the like button, share to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is if you got a little money and you want to help support us, go ahead and buy some merchandise. This is called a neck gaiter. You can use it for anything. You could even
Mm-hmm.
use it as a handkerchief. um, so I call it a do-rag. Not
Yeah.
really a neck gaiter, but obviously it's called a neck gaiter on the shop. Um, so get a neck gaiter. We have mugs, t-shirts, and yeah, it's fun. We got lots of fun
Yeah.
stuff.
We got stuff.
Yeah. And then if you want to go a little extra mile and you want to help support us, become a Patreon member for just $1 a month. And obviously it's a continuous $1 every month. But that helps out the channel as well. You can also become a member here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That will also help the channel. And yeah, if you want to see us grow and do more stuff and get bigger celebrities to interview,
Mm-hmm.
don't forget to support the channel.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to say, don't forget to ring the bell. Here we go.
Yes.
I'll have Carl Weathers
Notifications.
tell you what to do with the bell.
Want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding.
That's right. You ding it, and you get notified for anything that we post from there. So hopefully, when I edit my short videos with my brother, I'll be posting them, and once they're posted, you hit that bell button, you get notified. Hey, Inside the Booth posted another video, and then you can
Mm-hmm.
watch it. And then the same goes with when we go live or post a short. So
And don't forget to leave a comment. Tell us what you think.
yes, leave comments. That is also a good way to support the channel.
Even if it's an angry comment, do it.
Yeah. Even if it's the down like button, the dislike button. any engagement really does help.
Yeah, that
So,
took energy. Took energy.
yep, that's right. What do they say? Uh, Bad news is good news because you're still making the news. So,
Yeah, you're still hearing it. Mm-hmm.
all right. So next, everybody, next is Logan, the Wolf, the Wolverine fan
Yeah.
film. Um, Now this came out just a few days ago, uh, maybe a little bit more than a few days, but it came out recently,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking it takes place more like in the Viking era of things.
Yeah. Which is kind of contradictory to Wolverine and Logan's story as far as
Right,
the origin story, but it's still nice.
but it's still a fun, creative. What do you call it? Like somebody else's vision of how they would want to do something. So it's fun and creative. Um, we'll get into it. The plot.
All right, yeah, so the plot.
The
So we have
plot.
this guy randomly in the woods doing some sort of warrior chant,
Right? Yeah.
getting his energy juju up.
Yeah, he was like smacking the ground and swiping it. Like, I don't know what he was
Kong in it, yeah.
doing. And every
And
time he
apparently,
like hit the ground, the camera would kind of shake to make it look like it's stronger than what it was. I don't know. It was
yeah,
weird.
I like it.
Did you like it?
Um,
Okay, so
yeah, in
go
a
ahead.
corny
Keep.
way. But yeah, so he somehow it's daytime, and then there are bounty hunters trying to get him, this wolf, whoever he is, and well, he shows them who he is with some claws.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he beats all the baddies, or some of them run off, try to at least. And there's a
Yeah.
surprise at the end. I don't want to spoil that surprise.
Oh, we can later.
We can later.
Later, we'll spoil it. So spoilers
Somebody comes
ahead, everybody.
across and tries to give them another proposition.
Yep. So I guess these guys were there to collect a bounty on
Mm-hmm.
the wolf. He's
Yeah.
the wolf. He's Logan.
Yeah.
I'm Logan. I'm
The
wolf.
wolf. He
So
did a great job. I like it.
yeah, it was good. It was good. So what would you give the plot?
I for what they were doing, I mean, it wasn't true to the story of Wolverine, but they did drive a plot home, and the surprise at the end was nice. So I'll give it 1.
Okay,
Mhm.
you give it a point. I'm gonna give it a half a point,
Mhm.
just because it wasn't like a total. There was like a total plot of something there. It was more like
Mhm.
you had a guess, and of course the bounty hunter thing was part of it, and
Yeah.
and then the ending was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a cliffhanger. It
Yeah,
left
and
you
then
up
there
to
is a
your own
there is a
devices.
cliffhanger, which means usually cliffhangers mean they might make another one. So hopefully they do.
Mm.
If they do, that'd be great. If not,
Yeah. Well, I mean, seeing this reception, they might as well.
yeah, exactly. Um, so next would be the acting.
Acting.
Partial cheesy, but kind of cool acting.
Yeah. I think he nailed what he was trying to get across, like a primal kind of man, untamable, uncatchable kind of creature.
Hmm.
Um, mm, that's all I got.
Okay. Didn't know if there was more. The acting for me was decent. It wasn't like fantastic. Um,
Mm-mm.
Plus, there wasn't. I mean, I guess you can't really make something too fantastic when there's hardly any words. Um, there were a few. There's a little dialogue, but it's not like a lot, you know.
Yeah.
I think this fan film um, leaned more into the action.
Visual.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
visual and the action. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah, because right out the gate, as soon as you begin the video, it's already violence, you know?
yeah, it's already got the action stuff in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you already know what's going down.
exactly.
I'll
So
give it half a point.
okay, I was
Mhm,
going to, I think, do about the same, half a point.
mhm.
Um, so yeah, half a point. And as I was talking, I'm going to slip into cinematography um, because that's where they did lean more into, was more of the cinematography,
Mhm.
the place they filmed, which was kind of nice to see that, unlike the other fan film we watched, they did show more of the surrounding area. You know, like
Yes.
you get a feel of where they are and
Mhm.
what they're doing. um,
Yeah, they
like
picked
I
a
said,
very
yeah,
good place, a very good location to shoot this. Very raw and natural. It almost feels like you're back in the old
yeah,
Viking era,
yeah.
you
It's
know,
definitely a Viking sense,
with
you know.
the like the moss on the rocks and the bent and burnt, bent sticks and
Yeah,
yeah.
and the primitive weapons that they used.
Mhm.
The costumes were great.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't even click on this today. I do now.
Yay.
The costumes were great. The visual was
Yeah.
good, and the action was pretty well done too.
Yeah. Even
There
some of
is,
the tribal tattoos and stuff that you see on them
mhm,
is really good. Somebody
yeah,
spent time on that.
oh yeah. Someone spent a lot of time on this, I think,
Yeah.
especially, well, obviously, especially for the action scenes. Um,
Yeah.
and this is where I'm going to spoil what you didn't want to spoil at the end,
No.
just
Okay.
because I have to talk
Y-
about the costume.
I know. It was so
The
cool. Go ahead.
so it's so this Viking is supposed to be a type of Magneto,
Mhm.
because obviously because of how he can float in the air and make the metal do what he wants, and
Mhm.
his helmet. His helmet
Yeah.
was awesome.
That
Just
was
it was cool because it's like definitely a Viking style helmet, but also kind of in the shape of Magneto's helmet at the same
Magneto's,
time.
yeah.
You know, so it's like they did a good job
Yeah. Somebody made
fitting that
that.
into
It
it.
had to been
Yeah.
like 3D printed or
Oh yeah, probably.
something. I mean, it
Yeah,
looks great.
it did, and it was, yeah, that helmet was well made, and they did a good job like mixing the two uh, things together, like the
Mhm.
Viking style with the. So obviously, because he's got his helmet,
Mhm.
there is a type of Professor X floating around somewhere,
Somewhere
because
he's gotta
that's
be.
that's the only reason why he wears the helmet. So
Wait, does that mean there's a Viking with a wheelchair?
that's what I was thinking. There's got to be, or maybe he's got like a
Oh, a
couple of
horse cart.
guys.
Maybe he's got a donkey, you know?
Oh, maybe a donkey with a horse cart. Yeah, yeah. Or maybe he's got like a couple of guys carrying him.
Mhm.
Like in the old those old
Yeah.
times. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
liked it because, yeah, because he, the wolf thought he had everything taken care of, and all of a sudden this guy shows up and is talking to him. He's like, "Haven't you learned? Didn't you just see what I did? Like, you want to try me?"
yeah, yeah,
And he's like, "Yeah, I do actually."
yeah,
And then all of a sudden you see the helmet come up and on his head, you're like, "Oh my gosh, that's
yeah,
Magneto."
yeah. And
So,
then so then you hear a big brawl, and then
mhm.
the end the first end
Yeah.
credits come up, and you're like, oh, okay, so
Yeah. I like how
Obviously,
they did that. I
yeah,
like how they
Magneto
tore the
must be dead.
screen.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Magneto must be dead or something. And then the post credit scene came up,
Yes, the
and
little
and
Easter
then
egg.
yep, you see Wolverine walking away, and you see the helmet kind of move. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then it stops right before it moves completely. So it was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, that
So
was cool. I like how they did that. That's a
yeah,
little
so they
nice
gave it
Easter egg.
a nice Easter egg, and
Mm-hmm.
they give it potential for a second
Yeah,
fan
they
film,
do.
a short
Mm-hmm.
fan film or something.
Yeah.
Um,
A Viking Wolverine, who would have thought it?
well, well, if you think about it, if they're going that way with Magneto, Wolverine, and obviously the helmet, there's got to be Professor X.
There's gotta be.
It's going to be like a Viking X-Men or something. The Vikings, but X-Men style. So,
X-Vikes.
yeah.
V-Men.
The V-Men. The
Alright.
V-Men. That's good.
I'm gonna go with X-Vikings.
X-Vikings. That's it.
Too much. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So the camera again, great camera work, shots, just yeah,
So
wonderful.
I'll give it a point. What do you think?
Yeah,
Give
a
it a
point.
point. No point. Yeah.
Because you said they
Okay.
leaned so hard. This was it. This was
Yeah,
their bread and butter.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is the wonderful music
Yeah.
of this fan film. I personally enjoyed the music. It was definitely had a epic score feel to it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was Nordic, but
Yeah.
even the chant music at the beginning when he's, doing his little tribalistic thing, it was cool. It
Right.
added to it,
Yeah, it did. It was definitely. It felt almost like Hans Zimmer style, like the Gladiator, but also had some pieces of like you said, Nordic Viking style in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. They did a good job with the music, I think.
Yeah.
Now, unlike the other fan film that we talked about, with 3 songs, this one definitely you could hear the music playing while the action's going on, and it helps it helped the fan film move along, and it definitely was. I enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah. I had a
So
better time keeping my attention on this one than the first one.
yeah. Oh, definitely. So I'll give it a point. What do you give it?
A point.
Okay. All right. Last but not least for this wonderful fan film.
I know, exciting.
We should talk more about it just because I don't think we. Anyways, allegory. So the allegory, I don't think there was one. They did talk about being gods of their own. So
yeah, and that he was his own god in a way. So
right,
I guess self-idolization.
yeah. Don't idle yourself.
No points for me on allegory.
Me either. But unlike the other fan film, this fan film kind of can follow the categories that we have.
Yeah. It's
so,
like they watched our show before.
Yeah, that's right. They watched it before they filmed and said, okay, Inside the Booth is going to review this someday, so we better put these plot categories in there and,
yeah.
and see how we do. All right, so I will tally this up. We got a hat up on it. 1. Okay, 2 hair. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 9. Okay. So this one got a 6.5 out of 10.
Wow. So, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we love fan films. We love it
Yeah,
in all forms, shapes, and sizes.
that's right. That's right.
People
Fan
with
films are
their
fun.
creativity and inspiration, bring it on.
Yeah, of course. And for some reason, fan films, especially this one,
Uh-huh.
seems more entertaining than what Hollywood can do these days.
Yeah,
Hollywood has been
absolutely.
kind of dropping the ball with entertainment, um, because
Yeah,
they
that
want
was
to.
what the buzz was on social media, is that this is so much more entertaining, less
Mhm.
money, and better content than what Disney can provide.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, definitely still looking forward to the Deadpool 3 movie
Yes,
because Wolverine's
promising.
in it. Yeah, it is
Hmm.
promising. Um,
I know the last time I remember them together, it was in was it Origins?
yeah, the origins of
Yes.
Wolverine. That was
Yeah, where they had him so
2008.
mutilated. I was like, that's not Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah. They they muted his mouth and gave him like
Yeah.
eye beams or something. That
It's
was
like, what is
crazy.
that? So
Yeah,
this
that's
is
not
like
that.
Ryan Reynolds' redemption arc here, because
Yeah.
he dreamed of having such a good Deadpool, and he fought so
Mhm.
hard. So um,
Yeah.
I know he's continuing to fight Disney to try to make it in his vision, but I'm sure there's probably gonna be one or two things
Yeah,
that
of
he had
course.
to say
Well,
yes
that's
to.
yeah, and that's the thing with Hollywood today is that they always have
Mm-hmm.
to push a narrative that nobody really cares about. The majority
Absolutely.
doesn't care about it, you know. There is a
Mm-hmm.
minority that is like, "Oh yeah, that's great. Let's have some girl that pretends they're a guy in there, you know." I mean, it's it's just not one of,
Yeah.
it's just not something that the main audience, your main people want to see,
Yeah.
and
It's
they
they
should.
feel like changing up the paradigm is somehow what we want. It's like we don't want that. We just want our
Yeah,
regular stories.
yeah. Just put in
So,
a story, tell it
mhm.
well, put
Yeah.
some action in there,
Mhm.
and call it a day. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so this the Wolf, Logan the Wolf, is
Mhm.
definitely a better Hollywood style movie.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because
I could have
it's there for
watched more of
entertainment.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely could
Mhm.
watch more of it. Um,
Mhm.
and it doesn't seem that they want to push any narratives or anything. They even
Yeah.
so it's just seems better. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of content creators these days are starting to make their own stuff, like their own little films, fan films, um,
Mhm.
because of what Hollywood is doing. So who knows? Maybe it is the rise of the independent, you know,
Yeah.
uh, the next few years. So
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah,
you've seen that a lot with some people who have left Hollywood, either
oh yeah,
willingly or unwillingly.
yeah, of course. Um,
And they just have to restart, themselves. You saw that with Gina Carano and kind of stuff. So
yeah,
you have
exactly.
to rebuild yourself and your image, and you have more liberties
Yeah,
when you work on your own. Um so
yeah,
props to her. We're
and
happy for her.
yes, of course. And people like Mark um, uh, Wahlberg, uh,
Mhm.
he got into doing more. You can't say Christian movies, but more like family friendly movies. He was
Yeah.
done with doing what he was told to do, and he wanted to inspire people.
Yeah,
And
he's done being edgy.
yeah, and he actually found his faith in Christ.
Yes.
So it's it's kind of cool and strange at the same time that a lot of celebrities are starting to find Jesus.
Mhm.
And starting to follow Christ and find faith, and then now they just want to do their own type of films and their own type of
Yeah.
stuff. It's and they're telling Hollywood, yeah, who cares, you know? And there's millions of people that follow Mark Wahlberg, you know. So
Oh
it's like,
yeah.
and he's still top notch, you know. Even as him as a Christian, people still like following him. So
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, because he became a family man, and he saw his kids. He's like, I don't want them to see what I went through or that
hmm
kind of rough style of his life. So
yeah,
we're very
and
happy.
yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's good. It's kind of a good time to be alive to see.
Yeah.
Especially like I don't know who has done this besides me. I mean, obviously other people have, but I've always prayed for um, certain celebrities. You know,
Hmm.
I don't know why. I just was put on my heart to do it, and then starting to see these celebrities start to, you know, search for truth and then find faith in Christ. It's like wow, one little prayer does help. You know,
Yeah,
so
it's rewarding, you know.
it definitely is. If you
Hmm.
pray for something and it hasn't come to fruition yet, just keep praying. One day it will. You know.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's fun. And that is it for tonight, I think.
But
You
I'm
got anything
excited
on
to
to
see.
say?
Well, I think the Deadpool Wolverine movie is out in June or July.
Ooh,
July.
now you got me guessing. I don't know. Um, it's coming soon. I know that. So
Yeah, July. It's set for July. That's great.
okay,
So we are gonna see how Wolvie matches up in this one.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So I did hear some people say that in the trailer when um, Hugh Jackman doesn't comes out with his costume on and doesn't have his
Hmm.
mask. I
Yeah.
heard that was fake, and in the real thing he's going to have the iconic mask on. So
Wow, that would be
yeah,
cool.
that
Yeah, and
would
then
be
he
cool.
was fighting with leaks, a lot of leaks about
Oh yeah,
on
yeah, like
set and stuff like
yeah.
that. So he probably put out a couple fake ones just to
Oh yeah,
keep
keep
a
people guessing.
surprise.
Yeah, yeah, you got to
Yeah.
keep everybody guessing and
Yeah, he's a
keep
clever
be
guy. He's
surprised. Yeah,
smart.
he is. He is. He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But I'll be praying for Ryan then.
that's
See what
right.
he can do.
That's right. See what
Hmm.
happens in his future. That's
Yeah.
right. We could pray for all of them. You know, and
Yeah.
pray that they find Jesus. That would be kind of cool to see
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds as a Christian.
That would be. He's hilarious. He's
He
so
is.
funny. Yeah.
He is.
Come to the light side.
That's right. Come to Jesus. It
Mm.
won't.
But if
It
you
won't
guys
make
have
things.
any,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying, if anybody in the comments has any fan films that they can think of for us to watch, leave
Oh yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And let us know, and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
watch them and we'll review them for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, your cuckoo clock's going off.
I
Must
know.
be must
Yeah.
be time for bed. Joking, I don't know.
I
Um,
love it. You get used to it. So,
yeah, nice. That's fun. Well, I guess that's it, everybody. Thanks
yeah.
for coming. Thanks for watching. And if you didn't watch us while we were live, thanks for rewatching it, rewinding, and rewatching.
Mm-hmm.
And leave us some comments down below.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lovett said, um, for the other fan films, and
Yeah.
obviously tell us what you think of these two fan films when you
Yeah.
watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, and we have the fan films in the description box. So
Yeah.
if you
So
can't find
definitely
them,
check them out. Give them our
find them here.
support.
That's right. Give them their
Hmm.
support, and yeah, let us know what you think of these fan films. And We will see you all again next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Tuesday is the review, so that'll be that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
So
I'll tune in for that.
all right, sounds good. All right, guys. Good night, and we will see you later. Goodbye.
Bye. do 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 do.
Oh yeah. We can close this.
So fun.
Share, like, subscribe. Yes. That's great. Love
Have a great night.
That's right.
That's right.